Hello and thanks for watching. My name is Angel Vilar and I am a systems engineer at VMware. This video complements the VMware blog post called Use a Zero Trust Approach to Protect Against WannaCry. Particularly, we are going to see the demo for step 1, detect traffic on port 445 in the NSX distributed firewall. For that, let's review the rules on the NSX firewall tab. We can see there is a default section on which we find the default rule, which allows all traffic and also logs all traffic so that it can be later analyzed in a log analyzing tool. Also, it is possible to create a specific rule for monitoring specific ports. In this case, we have created a WannaCry monitoring section with a rule that monitors all activity on port TCP 445. Again, the rule is set to allow and log all traffic. Let's see how easy it is to create a monitoring rule like this one. So let's click on Add. Let's move the rule down and add a descriptive name, like Sample Monitoring Rule. Click on Save. Keep source and destination as any, but let's edit the service field. So since we are already monitoring TCP 445, let's monitor, for example, TCP 139. Click on Save, and next edit the action field to enable logging for this rule. Save again, and now publish the changes. So now we have just created another monitoring rule now for port TCP 139. That's simple. The next step is to analyze that logs to detect traffic on those specific ports. For that, we are going to use vRealize Log Insight, which is the logging system of VMware that provides out-of-the-box dashboards with NSX information. On the screen, we are seeing the distributed firewall traffic dashboard that, among other things, provides firewall application ports permitted. So here we can see we have port 445. So if we go into the PI and click on it, then we can go into interactive analysis, which provides the raw logs that were sent by NSX. And here we can see source, destination, rule ID, port, action, etc. But since we created a specific monitoring rule, let's go back to the dashboards and see how can we use it in this context. So we click back on the browser, and now we will navigate into distributed firewall rule data. On the right side, we can see the connections by rule ID. Since we have rule 1001 occupying most part of the PI, we will click on it to uncheck it, and now we have more space to analyze the rule we are interested in, which is 1071. So we click on it, we go into interactive analysis again, and here again we will see the raw logs as we saw them before: source, destination, rule ID, action, allow or not allowed, etc. If we scroll down, we can see there are plenty of logs, so apparently it could be difficult to find the information we are looking for. But let's use the Log Insight filtering capability. So instead of filtering by rule ID, let's filter by destination IP. So let's click on Search, and in just a few seconds we will have our data organized by destination IP. You can see on top we have two destination IP addresses. So let's start by looking into 172.16.17.12. It has only 4 logs, so I will click on this portion of the PI, and below the search is filtered and I will only see the 4 logs with destination to this IP address on port 445. If we scroll down, we can see there are the 4 logs here, and if we scroll up again, we can repeat the operation with the other portion of the PI. So we can see the logs for the IP address 192.168.110.10. And in this way, using NSX firewall logs, we can quickly get a list of traffic on port 445 as well as the IP addresses receiving such traffic. And this concludes the demo of step 1. Don't forget to check all other demos on this blog post. Thank you.